Shalom, Mr. First and foremost, I do want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Al-Shah, Ba'ashem Kadash, the born to the apostles, and else great millstone for teaching us his truth, peace, and blessings to the whole of Israel. Yahweh is the name of the 10 foreign language Hebrew. Ba'ashem is the name, Yahweh Shah is the name of the begotten Son, back in our lesson. And as you see within the title, I'm going to be going to this ICE agent who was arrested for DUI. And I'm also going to put, what he said after getting, pretty much, pulled over and, about to be arrested. He says, "Please don't take my kids away, man," which you see right here. And I'll play a little bit of the video just so you see. And it's also said right here, the irony is truly something, because you see Jake being taken up, the kids being separated from their parents, their family. You had the devil felt no pity, no sorrow for the things that they have done. The things they're doing. They have no pity for Jake. And you see this right here, it's ironic. How does it feel? So please don't take away my kids, man. And you have people, pretty much pointing that out. Seeing the irony. This is my exact thoughts the moment I heard him utter those words. Prince put a gif. Let's see. Crying like a baby. And you have people saying to pretty much deport his kids, because that's what this devil is doing. To our people, to Jake, to Israel. I say Israel speaking of the 12 tribes, but I also have this video which, this goes into, which is a 30-minute video, but I'm gonna play like the main point.
Okay? Just to not be able to operate a vehicle safely, then,
Blame.
Talking to you, man. It's all right. It's all right. Take a deep breath.
No, it's not.
If you haven't drank too much to not be able to operate a vehicle safely, then
Blame.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. We are both law enforcement.
So you see, he's pleading. He's begging.
I'm going through a divorce. Don't take my kids, man.
I'm not taking your kids from you, man. I'm just making sure that you're safe to drive the car.
Hey, this devil is gonna pay. And one of the first, scriptures that came to mind, was Deuteronomy 37, and also one in Book of Baruch. How all these things are going to return upon your own head. The things that you done to us shall be done unto you, in righteousness.
Okay. Do you have any other medical issues that I need to know about?
Well, that's the point right there. Is what I wanted to get. And you got a few scriptures. Just something that came to mind. They don't make too big of a lesson. But as soon as I seen that Twitter post, "Don't take on my kids," I gotta make a lesson go into that. Spirit jumped onto me. But it's Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15. And it says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee." Hey, scriptures are always on point. Especially come to these last days. This devil, he's going to be taken out. He's going to be dethroned. The Lord's kingdom will be established on the earth. And guess what? You heathen nation are being put into chains. And you're going to pay for your crimes, your atrocities that y'all have committed. Because it's not the first time that you've seen that many of our people dealing with Jake being separated from their family, their parents. Even dealing with, a while back, we had, I believe it was dealing with the border. I forget exactly what it was, but you had Jake pretty much in a bunch of cages and not well taken care of. Families separated once again, and you see, now dealing with these ICE agents pulling up on Jake just anywhere. They can be walking, they can be shopping in a store, whatever the case may be, that they'll be taken up. Kids separated, put in cuffs or The person brought it up in one of those comments dealing with I forgot exactly what it was. Zip ties, So how does it feel? You saw in that video how he was pleading, he was begging, please don't take away his kids. Don't do this. Ironic, right? As for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So you're gonna get what's coming to you, man. You devils are gonna pay, and you're not going to escape it. You're not going to escape the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shem. Guess what? You touched the apple of his eye. You also do up your scriptures, Ezekiel 35:5, also another good one, which I thought I was going to get going into this perpetual hatred this devil has for us, man. This devil does not like you one bit. Various other scriptures also add to that point, how he's unable to change his ways, how he is the wicked. Malachi 1:4. And Jake loves to think this devil has changed his ways, that he's different, he's not who he once was. Well, you clearly see it's the exact opposite. Matter of fact, it's becoming a lot more clear and apparent. This devil does not like you. But as we're going to get throughout these scriptures, you devils are going to pay for your crimes, your atrocities, the things that you have done, the things that you are still doing. And it's going to how we are yet to stay in our captivity. We're still in captivity. So guess what? This devil's crimes are continuing to build up. You get throughout the scripture how the Lord, how this wicked kingdom. And actually, I'll get that scripture, which I don't want to butcher it. How her sins have reached into heaven. Don't want to butcher it, I want to get it. Now it says, for her sins, Revelation 18:5, for her sins have reached unto heaven. And the Most High has remembered her iniquities. Lord, seeing all this wickedness and confusion that's being upheld. And the things that you devils have especially done. You devils have took it a leap too far. This is Deuteronomy 13:7, just getting straight to the point. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. And guess what? This devil's kingdom is crumbling. It's coming to an end. And we're seeing the signs of that in scripture, how the kingdom shall be translated from one people to another. And who is the kingdom going to be translated to? The Israelites. And the Lord's kingdom will be established upon the earth. And you're slowly seeing that transitioning of power slowly taking place. You see, now this devil's unable to get away with certain things as he once used to. Before, it wouldn't even be a slap on the wrist. You still see various cases where this devil would just slap on a wrist. But if it was a Jake, they'll face prison time, death even. But you see, the devil's now unable to escape certain things. And just add on back to that point, where you'll have this devil be able to pretty much get away with things. You get in the scripture how they're not in trouble as other men. That's slowly being done away with. As in, the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. And you saw what's in that post. The video we just played. Please, man, don't take away my kids. You can imagine how many Jakes, many Israelites that were taken up said that. To not separate them from their family, to not do that. And look at him happening. Look at the situation he got faced with. This damn devil's gonna pay, bro. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And who persecuted us? Mainly Esau, Edom, but also these other heathen nations, because they also played a role in the captivity of the nation of Israel, which you get, I want to say, book of Psalms for the exact chapter, but going to how these nations have pretty much came together in one consent an agreement to keep us down. But in Numbers 35 and 33, it says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." And who shed that blood? Esau, Edom. All speaking of these other heathen nations, but mainly speaking of Esau. This devil's going to pay for everything that he has done, the atrocities that he's committed, the blood that he has spilled of our people. So it's ironic that he said that. He already brought up multiple times. That he doesn't want his kids taken away. He doesn't want to be pretty much separated from them. To not do this, man. Come on. But you will pay for your crimes. This is Revelation 13 and 10. And as he that leads into captivity shall go into captivity, he that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So let's read that one more time. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So where do you think the devil is going to go? Into captivity. And he that kills the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And you won't have any of these anti-Christians that would think the church is going to this scripture. And that's plainly put. We also got another one is Isaiah 47. And the main point is verse 6. But we can read verse 1. And I'm probably going to jump straight to the point. But it says, "Come down, virgin daughter of," which I'm reading the NLT. Actually, I'll just jump straight to the point. This is verse 6. And it says, "For I was angry with my chosen people and punished them by letting them fall into your hands." Because why we're in this predicament today, for our rebellion against the ways of Yahweh Bashem Shah, for not hearkening unto his words, for not hearkening unto him. Which in the book of Deuteronomy 28 goes into the curses that would be put under, the things that the Lord would do to us if we didn't listen in. And we're in that predicament now. But we're slowly coming off that punishment. And in scripture, how in that captivity we shall remember ourselves, returning back to our power, returning back to the Lord. Putting off that old man, repenting. But it says, "For I was angry with my chosen people, and punished them by letting them fall into your hands. But you, Babylon, showed them no mercy. You oppressed even the elderly." And there's no scriptures came to mind. Give them double. But the exact scripture I put on one of my lessons. This is Revelation 16 and 18 and 6. As C says, and Sister Spirit has brought up the scripture too. Read verse 5. And it says, "For her sins have reached into heaven, and the Most High has remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled, fill to her double." And you're going to drink that cup. As to how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, or delicacy, I believe it's deliciously, if I'm saying that correctly, but it says, "So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her, I sit a queen, I am no widow, and shall see no more sorrow," or see no sorrow. But yeah, let's also jump back to what I was reading. Read verse 6 one more time, and we'll shut this down from there. "For I was angry with my chosen people, and punished them by letting them fall into your hands, but you, Babylon, showed them no mercy." This devil felt no pity, no sorrow for us, the things that they have done. So why should any pity and mercy and sorrow be shown to you? So it's ironic that he was pleading and crying and begging for him to not have his, his kids be taken away, to not be thrown to jail, So you devils are gonna get it, man. And as a children no mercy, you oppressed even the elderly. Let's see if I need anything else. As you said, I will reign forever as your queen of the world. You did not reflect on your actions or think about their consequences. And you saw the consequences, a little example within that video. Oh, look at this right here. This is verse 8. Listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom, living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I'm the only one, and there is no other. I will never be a widow or lose my children. And I said, well, both these things will come upon you in a moment. Widowhood and the loss of your children. Yes, these calamities will come upon you despite all your witchcraft and magic. And there you go. And also, ultimately, speaking of this devil's kingdom coming to an end, crumbling, as we can get the first verse, just to get that point, to come down and sit in dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Right now, this devil's on top. This is his kingdom, or I should say his queendom. But to sit on the ground, there is no throne, so he's going to be brought to the ground, the dust, the lowest part. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So this devil's going to be, taken down. But that's the point right there. Thought I'd make a lesson, going into that. Came across it and just first scripture came on was Deuteronomy 30, as well as Book of Baruch, dealing with those 2 points, how these curses shall be put upon our enemy. How the things that he has done shall return upon his own head. So those who edifying, give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Mashah, Bashem, Kadash, and Shalom. See you next one, Lord's will.